Okay. I just got back from my third trip today to the lake. I helped. I helped them big time. Went once yesterday, 3 times today. I think just got back. Took me about a half hour to recuperate and set this up. This is what I wear. I'll go out there. I get it wet and I just drape it over myself. I can see out, but the wind, it acts like a swamp cooler. It really works good. I love it. So when I get home, I put the fan on and wet this thing and just let the air blow through the wet. Anyways, okay. I want to share something. Been here about 3 days. Got here Sunday, I guess. I don't know. We were working on the rig and noticed some drips underneath, and they got worse and worse. And I cracked a pipe. One of the pipes cracked next to the drain valves, and it started out just like a little drip. And the next day it was like just a stream of water. And for some reason it just sucked all my fresh water. I had about a gallon left, and that went quick. I repaired it, with JB Weld, but it was too late. But there's a lake on the other side of the hill, Pleasant Lake, and I got the bike working. The bike mount was all cracked and wouldn't hold a charge. So I got the bike working, and it takes about half hour, 40 minutes to get there. I bring this bag with me here. It's a cooler bag, and I fill it with as much as I can carry. It's got straps on the back for a backpack. My Juju gave that to me. For insulation bag. Anyways, the goal was to gather water, man, because you can't survive out here. Yesterday I wasn't too bad because there was a breeze, but today no breeze. And when the winds did start up, it was just a hot blow. I swim out as far as I can to get into deep water. I take one of these. I fill one of these, and I fill this, which is, I think it's 2 gallons. It's enough to hydrate maybe for a day. I had bottles of this stuff, but I suck it down so fast because I just got out of the hospital. Spent another week there. Since I've been out here, and in 2 weeks, I spent a week and a half in 2 different hospitals, ER. Dehydration, kidney failure, plus it went into my heart again and put another stent in my arteries in my heart, and just test and test and test. And finally got released, but I had to come to a cooler climate. Goodyear was just way too hot. My nephew's got the 2 kitties and Gigi, and I took BB. Anyways, back to the water situation. I barely had enough gas to get here. I got less than 1/8 of a tank, and it's about 12 or 13 miles, maybe more, to the Shell station, which is the closest form of civilization. 8 miles on just a bumpy dirt road up and down. I'm on BLM land. And at the end of the month is my sister's 50th wedding anniversary. So that's what I'm out here for. I was going to go up to the True Flagstaff, come back, and go back to Snowflake ASAP. I got a regiment of all these meds now. You know, there's so many, they don't even fit in a weekly, in a thing in the bins. So I use the night and day on some of the meds so I don't get confused. I've been very confused lately. Blurred vision, and yesterday I got pretty sick from the water from the lake. Let me tell you what I've done. When this is what the water looks like when you get it out of the lake. You can see there's what? You can see the bugs. I really appreciate it, man, because you pour this stuff in this bottle to get it prepped for filtering. And I thought, you know, filter it twice would be good. You know, filter it, boil it, and then filter it again. I use these. This one it broke yesterday. It kind of sucked because it attaches to the other filter and it serves a purpose. Shit. Hang on, I'll be right back. There it is. Okay, so yeah, that's the pre-filter. Goes on the inside, and well, step it up, make it workable. Now it's good. My sister gave me these books. Thank God. I've been reading How to Survive Off the Grid and No Grid Survival Project. And I got another one, The Lost Ways. That's a good one. Anyways, back to the, it's gonna be a long video. I hope they don't make me edit it. Yeah. So, that's what it looks like out of the lake. This is what it looks like filtered once with these filters. And the way you do that, you take your bottle and cap it. You could actually use a straw and drink this right out of the lake, but like I said, I got real bad stomach cramp, so I decided to boil it in between filtering. So this piece goes on to this nipple right there, and that goes down into the bottle. It screws on the top, has a little cap here you pop off, and you take your contaminated water, and I don't have a glass right now, but you can actually drink it. That's what they say, but it's gonna make you sick. You squeeze it, filter that down into a bottle. I usually use a bigger bottle, but because of the nipple on it, and I got hose that goes on it, and the hose fits on this. Oh shit! On this nipple. Okay, and then this got a little valve you turn, and it's just a bag, and that I pour into the pot, the saucepan, and boil it for like 5 minutes. It comes out, I mean, looking a little bit clearer than this, but not much. It's still got color to it, but all the bacteria, bugs, shit like that, pull it to the top, skim that shit off, and then drain the saucepan back into this side bottle, and it comes out like where is it? Oh shit. Okay, hang on. What you guys doing? I got the one prepared for this video. Uh-oh. Just lost power to my fan. I think my generator ran out. I have to run the, battery ran out. I gotta run the generator. So anyways, this is missing some seal, so it leaks a little bit. Open that up. Pop this valve open for a breather. And voila. That's drinkable water. And it doesn't make you sick. It's hot though. I don't care. BB don't care. My refrigerator went out. And the freezer will freeze. It makes ice, but it takes a long time. And when I'm gone, sometimes the power fluctuations resets the refrigerator, and it kills it. So a lot of times, man, it was cold when I left. I get back, and it's like everything, the ice is melted. And so been drinking a lot of hot water. A lot of this. The last bottle of Powerade. Like I said, I only have enough gas to get to the Shell station, and I would have to spend 13 days parked around there in the RV, maybe, you know, getting ice or whatever, you know, from I got like $10 to my name, but I don't have enough gas to get back here and camp nicely. I'm just broke, you know. Anyways, it's been an ordeal, but we got water, we can survive. I can't imagine summertime out here in the desert, even in an RV. I don't spend a lot of time inside. I stay outside. But between the refrigerator breaking down, it gets cold, but I gotta monitor it. I gotta be here for it. Because when the check light comes on, it dies, and I have to reset it. And if there's not somebody here to do that, is it blood? Oh no, it's a little match. My niece gave me this match, and it's a pen. Pretty cool. I had one like this, but when you pull it, it struck. It was a metal match, and it would strike and light up. Camping shit, you know. I enjoy camping. I love it here. I love going to different places and with my cat and sharing that with him, you know. I got solar panels, but they only draw about 47 watts max, you know. Both arrays. It takes all day, and that's if you don't use anything. So I got my generator went out. I haven't got that fixed, but I got the spark plug and everything. I'm gonna work on it because it charges fast, and you know, it uses about the same amount of gas. But a little portable generator about that big, and it'll push about 400 or 500 watts to the solar battery. So it's a little bit quicker. It still takes 5 minutes for 1%. So multiply that by 60, or 100%. Anyways, thought I'd share that with you. We're still alive and kicking. Can't wait to get up into the mountains in the pine trees, and where it's cool and breezy, and it rains every day, you know, a little light rain and some wind blowing. And I'm digging a pool out there on our land. Just a small pool to line it, fill with water. When it gets hot, you just jump in the water and continue with your work. My problem is I just can't work very long at that. 10 or 15 minutes max, and then it takes about the same amount of time for recovery. If I go beyond that, it knocks out my legs for the day. They go numb, and I can't feel it. I can't walk. So no problems. But like I said, you know, I wouldn't change it, anything. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love going places and camping and staying out. But when shit like this happens, you know, it happens. I don't know what caused the crack in the pipe, and how the fresh water is drained so fast, because it was on the gray outlet to drain it. So I'm still working on that. Good news though, the good news, I did find my multimeter. I've been looking for this for forever, because I need to test the circuits and wiring for the refrigerator, you know, from the inside, from the outside. But I got to find, you know, where the connections are. my DNR bracelet on still. You know, I just said, look, if it goes to machines to keep me alive, I'm done. We're done. And that's why I'm trying to enjoy life while I can. The water heater I've been working on, so I drained it and it drips a little bit. I don't know. I might have to put a new valve on it, but we're working on just getting it, working. Not that I really need it because the water comes out at like 100 degrees. It's hot water. I usually just sit on the bottom of the shower and spray it up in the air, and by the time it rains down, that's where they found me this last hospital trip. But Will came home from work, and I managed to crawl across the hot. Every time I stood up or my head got above my heart, I'd get dizzy, nauseous, and down I went. And so I just said, look, we're going to die here after 8 hours. And I wake up and BB's panting in my face. So I got to the spigot on the side of the house, just laying there with this thing on, only this thing. They took me to the hospital naked. I was spraying water in the air, letting it rain down cool, and it probably saved my life. But our regiment of stuff, we're going to have a blast come this 31st. See people we haven't seen in ages. 50 years. 50 years married. Wow. 7 kids. But I'll probably take 3 or 4 more trips to the lake tomorrow. And then it gets old quick. I mean, it takes all day to make 3 trips. And by the time I get back here, I'm dry. I'm dry as a bone. I have to stop and wet this thing again and throw it over to it's like a kind of a camping out Arab type thing. But it cools you off. It's really cool. It's like wearing a swamp cooler. Anyways, I wish you all the best. Love y'all. And we're going to have a good time. Gigi goes in to get spayed on the 8th, the 6th or the 8th. So I'll be hanging out until then to pick her up and the kittens. They're growing so fast, I'm missing their growth spurts. Domino and Liberty. But yeah, Ben lives in La Mirage, which is only about a half-hour drive from here. But it's about an hour and a half to Goodyear. So I might shine on Flagstaff and down the 40 just to get, back down to Goodyear. I wanted to see Julie, but all my attempts didn't pan out. Anyways, I'm stuck here pretty much until I get gas, money for gas. Because this $10 is going to water and ice. We'll see you. We'll see you later, man. Take care. RC. OC8656. And we're back out. BB's back in the bedroom. No, BB's outside running around. It's dusk, so I got to go get him. Talk to y'all later. Bye.